Hey guys, today we're back with another versus review. And today on the channel we'll be doing the P365X macro versus the P365XL. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today we're going to be doing the P365X macro versus the P365XL. Before we get into the versus review, I'd like to say a special thank you to Center Target Firearms and Range in London, Kentucky for letting me review both of these pistols at the same time so we can do a great versus review on them, because I do not own either of these currently, and without them we wouldn't be able to do this versus review. I've owned multiple of these, and this is the first one I've shot just because it released last week. But without them, I wouldn't be able to review either of them for you. So check out their website. I'll leave a link in the description below. You take them straight to you. If you're in the area of London, Kentucky, swing by their shop. They've got one of the best ranges I've ever seen. And they also have multiple new and used firearms in stock at all time, and multiple accessories. They also have a YouTube channel. You can check them out, and I'll leave a link in the description below to that and their Facebook. And they got a very interesting podcast that they upload always to their YouTube as well, with some very knowledgeable guests on there at all times, and some very great firearms just like as the ones you see here. So once again, special thank you to Center Target Firearms and Range for letting me review both of these firearms at the same time. And a special thank you to Optics Planet for lending me all the ammunition that was used in this video today. Once again, you can text 80907, text Golden Web to that number, and you will get a code for 5% off all your ammunition purchases on that website. So once again, text Golden, Golden, to 80907, and you will get a 5% discount code for all your ammunition. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the versus review. So once again, here we have the P365XL and the P365X macro. The 365XL is a 3.7 inch barrel. This came out about around 2 years ago, and I've had about 4 or 5 of these now, and it seems like all the flaws and everything was worked out of these now. And this one is the 365X macro. It is a 3.1 inch barrel with a built-in compensator and a lot of other different things. And the biggest thing about it is that it is a 17 round magazine in a very small package. So we'll go tip to butt on both of these guns and reviewing them. Like I said, this one has a 3.7 inch barrel versus 3.1 inch because the barrel actually sits or ends right here at the end of the sight, and the rest of this is nothing but a compensator. So whenever it comes to recoil and everything, the XL actually has more recoil than the macro, even though it does have a shorter barrel. That compensator works wonders for this gun somehow or another, because whenever you're shooting with a full grip, I'm telling you something, you get on that gas pedal and it will pop up a tad bit and come straight back down, and you will have a sight picture through everything. The XL as well, for some reason, I don't know why, but the grip felt amazing whenever I first got one, but now in comparison to the macro, the grip is just nowhere near as good as it is as this new one. The new one has, like I said, the 17 round mag capacity with a full grip in it that kind of reminds you of a Glock 19, but the thickness of a Glock 48. The SIG XL has the same grip size whenever it comes to thickness, but whenever it comes to that actual palm swell in the back, it still fits my hand great, but still nothing compared to the new macro. Triggers are the same on them. The XL has a proprietary rail here on the bottom, but you have to buy the actual either the Crimson Trace lasers or the SIG lasers or lights that will fit the rail, because it's not a standard Picatinny rail. The macro here has a standard 3-slot Picatinny rail, so you can mount any type of light or laser that you already have for Picatinny, which I love that about it. Also as well, the macro here on top has a slide plate cut for optics. This one does as well, but the biggest difference is that whenever you remove the slide plate to put an actual RMR or red dot on or whatever, you still have your backup iron sights. With this one, whenever you remove the plate, your sights go with it, which is not good. The only thing about this is that it is a shallow cut, so there are some red dots on the market that you would still be able to see your sights through, but more often, the red dots that are on the market, you would have to buy raised sights to see through the red dot, either a lower 1/3 or an actual straight cold witness. That's something to keep in mind. Also as well, this does have a beaver tail on it, so you will not get any type of slide bite. This one right here does have a slight beaver tail, but I can still see where I might get a little bit of slide bite whenever it does reciprocate. With the macro, there's no capability of having slide bite at all. As you can see here, we'll put these together. The barrel, like I was saying, ends at the end of the sight on the macro, but the barrel reaches out to the main end of it on the XL. These are both the same length in size, but like I was saying, that compensator on the end makes a world of difference. Whenever you're taking in comparison how much longer the macro is, you can see here on the bottom that it is just about a pinky length or pinky width difference, maybe even a 3/4 of a pinky length difference. But the easier way to look at it without actually visibly having it in your hands is that this is the new 17 round magazine, and you can see where it comes. So that's how much longer the macro is than the 365, so not much at all. Let's put these back in it. Also here on the right hand or left hand side, you have a serrated magazine release that sticks out a tad bit, so it's a lot easier to disengage your magazines. On the 365XL, it is not serrated and it's a little bit further into the frame, so it is harder to hit it, but you can still hit it without having to loosen your grip up any, so I like that about it. The laser here on the bottom is a Crimson Trace laser that does not come with it from factory. That is from Center Target, so just letting you all know that. But like I was saying with the slide release, or not slide release, but the magazine release, it is better on the macro. Slide release and takedown lever are the same on both guns. There's no difference with it. The 17 round magazine though is the world of difference, because like I was saying, you have about a Glock 19 size hand grip, but you also have 17 rounds in the magazine, and it's very, very slim. So it even beats a Glock 19 because it's only 15 round capacity. And then with the new aftermarket Glock mags, which I don't think Glock's making them, I'm trying to think who's actually making them. With the Glock 48, 43X, you can get 15 rounds of capacity, but not 17. So that's something else to take in consideration. Both these guns shot great. They're both great shooting firearms, don't get me wrong, but this macro is something else. For me, this is the better gun out of these two for the concealed carry consumer. For some reason, I have no clue how in the world SIG does it, but this is the best. This is one of, if not the best, feeling handgun I've ever had in my hands. Just the way that you can hold it, and whenever that shot goes off, like I was saying, slightly raises, but as soon as it comes back down, you're right back on target. Just perfect overall, and it really did blow my mind, to say the least. Stippling on both of them are pretty much the same, so there's no really differences in it. But also the macro, if you'd like to replace a back strap here, there's two other back straps that come with it from factory that you can suit to your needs, so it's modular. Love that about it as well, but the one that comes with it from factory fits my hand the best, so that's one I'll be keeping on it. But overall though, guys, these guns are very, very similar, but at the same time, they're very different, and the macro, to me, wins it by a long shot. I do love the 365XL, especially now that they got all the hiccups worked out of it that I originally seen from factory. But now this one right here, we shot 250 rounds through it from today. We never had a single malfunction. That was the gun's fault. We did have two malfunctions, but one of them was a good primer strike. The round just didn't go off, and the other one was a malfunction with the casing of the round that caused a failure to go into battery. But we couldn't even get it to go into battery, and I'm glad we couldn't, because the round actually had a tad bit of brass that was cut off around the projectile, so I'm glad it didn't, because it could have possibly blew up. It was a Browning 115 grain. But either way it goes, both of these guns work great now, but this macro, to me, is the one that I would be going with personally. If you can find either of these guns, they're both great guns, but if you can find this macro, feel it in your hand and it will sell itself, because this gun shoots just as great as it feels in the hand, being straight up honest with you all. But if you have any question or comments at all, please leave in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But once again, thank you to Center Target Firearms and Range in London, Kentucky for lending me both of these firearms to review at the same time. And thank you for getting this to me as quick as you did. I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can check out their website. And like I said, if you're in the area of London, Kentucky, swing by and check out their range. One of the best ranges I've ever seen, and they've got plenty of new and used firearms in stock at all time, and tons of accessories. Once again, thank you to Optics Planet for supplying me with all the ammunition that you've seen in this test today. Without them, we'd have been able to shoot maybe a quarter of what we shot today. So special thank you to them. And once again, you can use the code GOLDEN to 80907 to get a 5% off coupon code to Optics Planning. So guys, once again, thank y'all for reviewing, like, and subscribe for more gun reviews. I'll see y'all in the next video.